Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Comic John here. Crazy news dropping today, guys. Jar Jar Binks back in Star Wars. Hawkeye postponed indefinitely. And New Mutants is now part of the MCU. Let's break it down and get into it. Welcome back, everyone, to another Comic John News Brief. I, of course, am your host, your director of distraction, your coordinator of confusion, John Hassinger. We were supposed to do a first-time watching episode tonight. Due to some scheduling conflicts, we couldn't get that worked out. We're going to do it later this week, either Monday or Wednesday, so just keep an eye out for that. I will keep everyone updated, obviously. But so much came out today, guys, that I had to jump on here and just give my opinion while my phone is not on silent. Sorry about that. So a couple things came out today. News that at first when I saw it, I didn't believe it. Right off the top, topic number one, Jar Jar Binks set to make a return in the Star Wars universe in the Obi Wan Disney Plus series, starring Ewan McGregor, directed and written and everything by Deborah Chow. So to me, this, without a doubt, appears to be the riskiest move ever by the Star Wars franchise and Lucasfilm. Deborah Chow, in my opinion, I have faith in her, and I feel like she is going to... Now, look, this is probably going to be a really unpopular opinion. I haven't even looked on social media to see all the negative nonsense that's flung at Jar Jar all the time. And to be honest, in The Phantom Menace, within the first 5 minutes of Jar Jar, all I kept thinking was, stop trying to make him a silly, goofy, funny character like C-3PO who has really nothing to offer, right? C-3PO is always stupid and funny and silly and kind of in the way, but he served a purpose, many times. He was a translator. Jar Jar was just in the way. And then they made him a senator or something. I could never understand George Lucas's move to make Jar Jar a character. Jar Jar, the character in Phantom Menace, he just felt like completely crowbarred in just for a comedy relief. But he served no purpose, okay? C-3PO, R2-D2, you can kind of look at them as comedy relief. They served many, many purposes throughout the entire, Skywalker saga. Even in the prequels, they were both very, very important. And even in the sequels, C-3PO not so much until The Rise of Skywalker. However, I feel like the only reason that they're doing this, the only reason Deborah Chow would be brave enough and bold enough and borderline crazy enough to even do this, she has got to have some sort of amazing... She's got to have some sort of amazing plan to bring Jar Jar's feet to the ground and make him real, make him relatable, make you care for him. Because guess what? My biggest problem with Jar Jar was, I don't care about you. I don't know anything about you. You're so goofy and outrageous. I just have no sense of awareness of who he really is. And if they attempt that, they attempt to, bring Jar Jar down. He's at some stage of depression. The Obi-Wan series is in between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One. So Jar Jar's still alive, but he was on the losing team, so he's got to be really depressed and down. And I don't know if he's going to be a series regular or if he's just going to be, have a really quick scene where he kind of gives Obi-Wan some hope or some motivation. Regardless, I truly believe Deborah Chow will pull this off somehow and make it work and make it believable. And Jar Jar will, in a way, kind of get a little redemption because he was so unnecessary and just so in the way that at one point they just made him a politician. Let me know what you guys think about Jar Jar coming back to the Star Wars universe. Do you share the same faith that I have in Deborah Chow? Or do you think that there's just no way anyone is going to be able to pull this off and it's just such a stupid risk? Let me know in the comments below. All right. Next topic that I had to come on here and talk about because I kind of have been a little overwhelmed with all the negative news coming out of the MCU. This is another Disney Plus topic. Hawkeye, which was to set up Hawkeye passing the mantle on to Kate Bishop. Filming has been pushed to July to start, and now it's just postponed indefinitely. We all saw the news earlier this year, or at the end of 2019, about Jeremy Renner domestic violence accusations. And that kind of went nowhere, right? Like, that news came and then left. And we were all freaking out. Oh my gosh, are they going to have to recast Hawkeye? Is this bad Jeremy Renner's career is going to go down the toilet? I mean, more serious note. But we were all kind of like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? As fans, we were just like, well, who's going to be Hawkeye? So no news. Nothing happened for a couple months after that news broke of Jeremy Renner with his, personal domestic disputes until today. They're postponing it indefinitely, and everyone wants to point at that accusation that, oh my gosh, they found something more, and Disney doesn't want to deal with it, so they just canceled the show altogether. The funny thing is, when it was announced that Haley Steinfeld is going to be playing Kate Bishop, I remember everyone getting real excited, but then I also remember Kate Bishop saying, I am? And that's because she's currently filming something. I don't even know when they're going to start, but she will be filming something in July. And she can't do this Hawkeye thing. So I feel like her agents have signed her up and guaranteed her name to this, but they probably didn't fine-tune her schedule and realize that, we can't do it in July either. We're doing something else. They're going to make this show. I really think everyone's just reading into it too much. Haley Steinfeld is going to be the main character. She's cast, I guess, in Disney and Marvel's opinion, as the new Hawkeye, as Kate Bishop. And once her schedule clears up, they'll get into that. They just need to, my guess would be that they just need to wait. So then why wouldn't they say, we're going to start in, August, but maybe Haley Steinfeld is like, I don't know where, my headspace is going to be at the end of filming whatever she's filming during that time, and she may need like some time off. So maybe they don't want to announce that we're going to start filming Hawkeye in 2021. That just seems really far away, especially since everything's starting to get going now. They're even going to release the WandaVision show, because they're ahead of schedule, is going to start airing in the fall of 2020 of this year. We're going to get it this year. So they're moving things along, and things are moving fast, and why rush the Hawkeye thing if schedules aren't perfect? If they found Haley Steinfeld to be the only option, which I'm sure there are other options out there, but if they believe she's the only option, then they'll wait. There's no rush, and I don't really think the Hawkeye show, while it will tie in, it's not going to be as extremely tied in as WandaVision and Loki apparently are with Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, and Thor Love and Thunder. And speaking of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, they're backpedaling. And it's really weird because like a week ago, this video popped up on YouTube where Kevin Feige was like a guest speaker at some school, some film school. And in that interview, he said there will be horror elements in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but it won't be a horror. He didn't say it's going to be a horror movie. He just said there will have horror elements. And I feel like the director, Scott Derrickson, he said it's going to be the first scary movie. How many scary movies has Disney made? How many horror movies has Disney made? Go ahead, list them off. Right, 0. So it's not going to be a horror movie. It will have very scary moments for sure. Multiverse of Madness. As Robert Meyer Burnett said on the John Campea show the other day, it's not the multiverse of, I'm not feeling that well. So funny. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Do you think this Hawkeye postponement of filming is because Haley Steinfeld's schedule, or is it something worse? Is it actually bad news and not just like, it's kind of crappy, but they're still going to make it? Or do you think Hawkeye ends up getting canceled? And I feel like if Hawkeye gets canceled, then we are walking down a very, very mudslide slippery slope. Because the miracle of it all was that Feige was able to keep it all together, and there was no delays, there was no massive rumors about reshoots, there was no director shifting around. I know they have changed directors at times, but they have really hit everything and just been the definition of professionalism in the film industry. Feige is the final word, and everyone understands that going into it. And I feel like Scott Derrickson, midway through making this movie, was coming up with so many horror elements that it was, in fact, becoming a horror movie. And Feige or, Mickey Mouse came in and said, this can't be like this. You gotta, shave off some of this horror. And Derrickson was like, well, no, I'm a horror filmmaker. Doctor Strange, the original, the first movie that he also directed, it was like you were peeling back just a little bit of a giant box of horror that he wanted to dive into. I mean, he's been quoted saying that Nightmare is the character, the villain that he wants to do for the next Doctor Strange movie, and I never heard Feige or anyone confirm that, so it was almost like maybe that's the big issue. They have a few options that they can rotate for the big bad in Doctor Strange, because I think there's going to be more than one bad guy. And the director wanted Nightmare to be the main villain, and Feige obviously did not, if that's the case. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Is this Doctor Strange news? I just kind of crowbarred in a third topic, or fourth topic, because we haven't even got to my third topic that I had on my list before I started here. But let me know what you guys think about Doctor Strange. Is that just literally what they said? It's creative differences. The director wanted to continue bringing horror elements in, and it kind of hit the ceiling that Disney and Feige had in mind as far as making a scary movie. Our last topic of the Comic John News Brief here, it's Saturday night. Like I said, we were going to do first time watching Matrix Reloaded, but due to scheduling, we had to shift things around. We're going to be doing that Monday night, I believe. Final topic. And this is crazy because I did a trailer reaction video to the New Mutants trailer that came out. And I was so excited, and I feel like halfway through I was doing the video, I realized, wait a minute. At the very beginning of this trailer, there's a big Fox logo, the 20th Century Fox. Does that mean that this movie is not part of the MCU since it's still under the Fox label? And they started shooting this movie 5 years ago, but it's finally coming out now, but Disney owns all Fox non-live property? My friend Tara there on YouTube, she let me know that it's not part of the MCU. Tarazan Don EP with the Den of Nerds. We rewatched all the Star Wars movies 8 nights leading up to the Rise of Skywalker, and we were all on this group thread. It was such a cool thing Den of Nerds did. They really looped everyone into this thread on Twitter, this chat thread on Twitter that they still talk now. Every once in a while I peek in and I kind of check out everything. But, with a full-time job and this channel and a 2-year-old and a wife, there's not a lot of text message conversations I can really commit to, but I'm always observing, and it's really cool. They've, gone on to talk about other things that have nothing to do with Star Wars. It's a really good job by the Den of Nerds. If you guys are not subscribed to them, which I'd be shocked if you're watching me, you're not subscribed to them, go ahead and check them out and subscribe. Josh and those guys are the real deal. Also, Zoe Blackmore on YouTube commented, the director wanted to make a trilogy, but that is sadly unlikely unless this is a big success. So here we go. Here's the topic. The New Mutants is part of the MCU. Our prayers have been answered somehow. I have no idea how, but somehow New Mutants is tied in with the MCU. Everything that happens in that movie happened in the world of our current MCU. It is connected. Is it going to weave right into the other one like Thor Ragnarok did Infinity War? I doubt it. However, they are going to reference things in this movie at points or even in just an end credit scene that connects to the MCU. What that is, I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think they're going to do. Are they going to, I don't know, did they reshoot things and no one found out about it and Captain Marvel shows up? That's what I keep seeing on the internet. Captain Marvel connecting to the New Mutants. Sounds awesome to me. I just have no clue. Again, guys, this news all just kind of broke consecutively today. And I had to just jump on here and get into it. Jar Jar returning, Hawkeye being canceled, and now the New Mutants are part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Again, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know how they're going to do this connection. Is it going to be an end credit scene? As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and tell your grandmother I love you. Bye. Oh, hey. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment and hit the notification bell. And if you're finding me for the first time, I do trailer reaction videos, hot take movie reviews, news briefs on anything Marvel, DC, Star Wars. You'll love it. Thanks.